Hi there. My name is John Good, and I will be covering the topic of environmental ethics as it relates to experiential planning in cities. Before we begin, I want to start off with a question for you, the viewer. How many times a day do you think about how your actions will affect the environment? Environmental ethics is not the most appealing aspect of city experiential planning, but it is one that is important. The simple way of explaining environmental ethics is the way people think and act towards their surroundings and their idea of the environment as a whole. Through my time as a student, I have taken several classes pertaining towards thinking about the environment in an ethical way. I have had the experience of studying several different philosophers closely and have gained a better understanding for not only my feelings towards ethics, but how the narrative across the world can change. The most accurate description of environmental ethics that I align with is a passage from the theorist Marty Keel. A concept of holism that perceives nature as comprising individual beings that are part of a dynamic web of interconnections in which feelings, emotions, and inclinations play an integral role. It's easy to only think about humans in our everyday lives, but the reality is that we are not the only important things on this earth. The aspects of feelings, emotions, and inclinations are the most interesting parts of this passage. It is for these exact reasons that people do not consider other beings as part of our environment. It's these feelings, emotions, and inclinations that allow us to make the decision to disregard or not believe in things we do not agree with. In the United States, we are leaps and bounds behind other countries in regards to sustainable cities and thinking about the environment in a serious matter. Taking a look at this graph, though it's a bit dated, it holds a lot of value. It clearly shows how far back we stand in relation to other countries for carbon footprints. Thinking ethically about the environment is difficult to do with a country as large as the U.S., and a lot of this disparity stems from our current infrastructure. However, there are many other topics of research for this project that fit into thinking about the environment in an ethical way, including architecture and infrastructure, biophilic design, green spaces, edible and fragrant landscaping, sustainable development goals, and many other aspects. Here are a few cities that are at the forefront of recognizing environmental impacts. Zurich, Switzerland, has an educational system that focuses on public awareness and understanding ongoing climate changes. They have a great public transit service to encourage citizens to use other modes of transportation, and they hold businesses accountable for the amount of energy they consume. Singapore has an amazing array of green spaces and biophilic designs that spruce up the city while acting as a more sustainable way of considering architecture. They have an eco-building program that essentially means whatever green they take out of the ground, they have to replace it in the sky. An interesting and effective way of planning for environmental issues. Lastly, Copenhagen, Denmark, is a great model for cities who are trying to go for a more environmentally ethical way of thinking. They have a plan to be the first city to go carbon neutral by 2025, and with implementations like hydropowered taxis, natural swimming pools, and an exploding sustainable fashion industry, it's looking like they are on target. They truly are an example of what a good plan and clear commitments can achieve. I hope you enjoyed learning about environmental ethics as much as I do. Keep in mind that every decision you make, every product you buy, and everything that you put in your body all have the ability to affect the environment in less harmful ways. It's up to the individual to make the change they wish to see in the world. Thank you.